Which warriors are considered to be powerful by Duryodhana in the Pandava army? Metaphysically speaking, what are the four types of bodies? What are the four types of mokshas? What are the salient features and powers of Swaroopa Deha? What are the Ashta Siddhis and Nava Nidhis possessed by Lord Hanuman? What are the psychic abilities possessed by a yoga sadhaka? Which are the three abodes of Lord Vishnu?
Hare Krishna. Welcome to Get Inspired Spiritually, a place to find yourself and awaken spiritually. Today, we are going to continue our journey of deeper interpretations of Bhagavad Gita by learning about stanza 5 and stanza 6 of chapter 1. Drishtaketuschekitanaha Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojascha Shaibhyascha Narapungavaha. There are also great, heroic, powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashiraja, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja and Shaibhya. Yudhamanyuscha Vikrantaha Uttamaujascha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva Eva Maharathaha. There are the mighty Yudhamanyu, the powerful Uttamauja, the son of Subhadra and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. As previously stated in the previous episodes, this conversation is actually happening between Duryodhana and Dronacharya. Here Duryodhana is acting as a diplomat, not as his disciple or any other roles. In these two shlokas, he is evaluating the strengths of the Pandava army. He states about the various warriors he also evaluates their strengths in the Pandava army. In the future stanzas, he will also be evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of his own army. The main purpose of this conversation is Duryodhana wants to feel confident by analysis and interpreting the strengths and weaknesses of his army and Pandava army. And also he wants to enforce the seriousness in the mind of Dronacharya so that he will fight the war in an honest and righteous way. This video is brought to you by Aiden and the Scroll of No Man's Land. This book is written by one of my close friends, Mr. Suklesh. He is an expert in writing fantasy stories where he tries to entertain people with lot of sci-fi and various other futuristic technological things. He's an engineer by profession. Here is the trailer where I request you to please go through this, and if you are interested, the link is provided in the description. You can read that in Amazon Kindle. There are four types of body: Bahya Deha, Preta Deha, Vaikarika Taijasa Deha and Swaroopa Deha. So Bahya Deha, which is also known as the physical body. This is the body possessed by all the creatures, including humans. So it is also known as Panchabhautika Deha also. It is made by 5 elements which are fire, air, earth, water and sky. So these are the 5 elements with which our body is made of, and God is so expert in his divine chemistry, so he has prepared this body. So coming to Preta Deha, this is the body possessed by ghosts or Pretatmas. Normally people who die or who attain apamrityu or die before their ayush or before their lifetime, normally they get this body. We will be making a detailed video explaining about the salient features of this body and what are the pains and sufferings of this body, along with the interpretation in the light of trigunas. So, or the trigunas like Sat, Rajas and Tamas. We will explain this about this body in a separate video. Coming to the third body is Vaikarika Taijasa Deha, or it is also known as metaphysical body. See, basically jivas can be classified into two types, Kshara Purushaha and Akshara Purushaha. Kshara Purushaha are the ones who have not attained salvation, or we call this as someone who has not completed their karma sadhana. Basically, sattvics or sattvic souls are the ones who attain salvation, and there could be some sattvic souls. They can be devatas. There are many class of devatas like yaksha, gandharva, kinnara, and so many things. So if they haven't attained salvation, they have this metaphysical body. It is very powerful. In fact, in one of the videos we had explained about this, but still we will be going to explaining it here in this video. This metaphysical body is something, it is slightly more powerful than the physical body. That body has less limitations, and that body can directly absorb the energy from sun, and or what you call as the cosmic energy. That body is something that any yaksha or kinnara who hasn't attained salvation, he will live in that body. And suppose by chance, if that body gets damaged, or any of the arms or legs are amputated, he can go to another body. So that's one of the salient feature of this body. So there are many other things which differentiate this body from our Panchabhutika Deha. So it is comparatively very powerful, and that body is suited to the planetary environment with which the yaksha or kinnara or any creature is living. For example, a person in Neptune, his body will be made in such a way that is suitable to live in the environment of Neptune. Say how we have our physical body is, it is very much adapted to the Earth's atmosphere and the environment here, and we want oxygen to live. So this way, the same way, there may be other gases in Neptune or in Mars or any other planet where the person who is living there as a creature with the metaphysical body, he can live there. So that body is adapted to that environment, but it is impermanent body. So sooner or later that person has to descend, fall onto earth, and he has to do his sadhana, and then he has to attain the astral body or the Swaroopa Deha. That's the fourth body. So this astral body or the Swaroopa Deha is the most powerful body. It has got a lot of powers depending upon the Jivi's yogyata. Say the Jivi can be anyone. He can be there are different classes of Gandharvas, like Uttama Gandharvas are very powerful than Gandharvas. So based upon that, they have different powers and things. So common powers include we say that energy manipulation. So they can manipulate energy in the form of waves, sound, or anything. The psychic abilities like clairvoyance, clairsentience, prophecy, clairaudience, and telekinesis is all readily available to them. Basically, see the vanishing. You have seen in many fantasy movies or mythological movies that the person can vanish. Okay, so the person, how can he vanish? Because basically his body is made of energy, and that is Swaroopa Deha or the astral body. So his body can dismantle and become into energy. So that's how he can, within the point of time, he can go to, within a fraction of second, he can go to many places. He can take many forms. Depending upon his yogyata or his capacity, he can take many forms. At least minimum 4 to 5, 6 bodies he can be present at 5 or 6 positions he can be present. So that body is very powerful and it is completely indestructible. So to attain this body, the person has to attain Sarupya Moksha. Okay. So we will be explaining in detail about this body in the coming parts of this video. But since we mentioned about the moksha, Sarupya Moksha, we will be explaining about that. So basically, coming to the moksha, there are 4 types of mokshas: Sarupya Moksha, Sayujya Moksha, Salokya Moksha, and Samipya Moksha. Okay, so the Sarupya Moksha is something what we spoke about, astral body or Swaroopa Deha. That is your eternal body. Say, if you are a Kinnara by origin, and that's your eternal form, then you will be having an energy body of a Kinnara. Okay, it's a type of Devata. Okay, so that way, or if you are a Gandharva, you will be having that particular body eternally, and that is who you really are. Okay, as a soul. And you will remain in that form forever. Okay, so that is Sarupya Moksha. So to attain moksha, in many of the videos we have explained, we will be explaining it in the future stanzas of Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita explains in detail about the moksha, but still we will be explaining about it briefly in this video. So to attain Sarupya Moksha, like we have to destroy our Linga Deha or Vaishayika Linga Deha, or what we call as the layer of Ajnan. Okay, so we have Ajnan and Avidya, and because of that we are continuously attaining birth and rebirth. We are dying and attaining rebirth here in this earth, and we have taken so many thousands of incarnations on this planet, and it is because of Ajnana and Avidya, which is represented by Vaishayika Linga Deha, we are getting born here and again and again. So to attain Sarupya Moksha, or to attain your astral body, or to realize who you really are, you have to destroy Linga Deha, and that is possible only through Bhagavad Jnana and Bhagavad Seva and Bhagavad Bhakti. So that is what Gita explains, the path of moksha, how to attain moksha and all, which in detail it explains in the following chapters and stanzas, which we will delve into it in the future episodes. So please stay tuned to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like the video if you really like. And again, we will continue with the video. Okay, so coming to this, we explained to attain astral body, we have to, that is actually the Sarupya Moksha. And what about Sayujya Moksha? Okay, so Sayujya Moksha is something that, say you are a Gandharva and you have attained the body of a Gandharva, your astral form, and you have some loka. There are different lokas or planets, you can say, in different constellations and galaxies, where you stay in that loka in your position. So that is Sayujya Moksha. Okay, so coming to Salokya Moksha and Samipya Moksha. See, what we should not confuse is, there are this moksha is ultimately living along with the God, living with the God under his divine patronage. So Lord Vishnu has got 3 homes. One is Shvetudvipa, Ksheerasagara, and Vaikuntha. So across Ksheerasagara there is Shvetudvipa, and inside Shvetudvipa there is Vaikuntha, or it is also known as Vishnu Loka. So based upon the yogyata of the jivas, Lord gives you salvation and makes him, once your tenure as a Gandharva is over, he will invite you to his home. You can stay there eternally, forever. So as you stay, there is differentiation in that. Samipya Moksha is something that is slightly away from the God, where the Lord will be sleeping on Sheshashayana, Lord Vishnu will be sleeping, and Mahalakshmi will be doing his seva, and you will be able to watch it from a distant place. That is Samipya Moksha. And the second one is Salokya Moksha. This is something that is offered to higher level deities like Brahmadev, Shiva, and other people, where they will be sitting near Lord Vishnu and they will be able to closely watch and enjoy, talk to Lord Vishnu and enjoy his patronage and watch his seva. So this is Salokya Moksha. So that is the pinnacle of, that is the ultimate one, or that's only reserved for great deities and divine entities. Coming to that, the astral body, many interpreters of Ramayana and Mahabharata mistakenly interpret that Lord Hanuman was having some sort of a physical body or anything. It's not like that. Lord Hanuman is the incarnation of Mukhya Prana. He is also known as Samira Deva. He is the predecessor to Brahmadeva. Once Brahmadeva's tenure is over, Lord Mukhya Prana is going to occupy his position. There are so many suktas in Vedas which they have applauded Lord Mukhya Prana's characteristics and mahima. Mainly Pavamana Sukta, Balitha Sukta, Manyu Sukta. These are the prominent suktas where Vedas have applauded Lord Mukhya Prana or Hanumanji. He attained 3 avatars. One is that of Hanuman, and the second is that of Bhimasena, and the third one is Acharya Madhva. So these are the incarnations of Lord Mukhya Prana or Samira Deva, so we call. So that way he has. And it is said that Lord Hanuman had Ashta Siddhis. So this, not only Lord Hanuman, by the blessing of Lord Hanuman, all the jivas, any person who has this astral body will be having the Ashta Siddhis. So what are these Ashta Siddhis? See, Ashta Siddhis are Anima, Mahima, Garima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamya and Vashitva. So this Anima is the ability to become as small as an atom, which we saw in Ramayana, where Lord Hanumanji became a smallest of the small monkey and he entered Lanka. So Mahima, this is the ability to become as large as possible, as large as universe. Only Hanuman can be like that. So at least for other jivas, based upon their yogyata, they can become some levels. So that's again which is very specific to the yogyata of jiva, or what we call as the Swaroopa yogyata of jiva. So Garima is the ability to become as heavy as possible, as heavy as mountain, which Hanuman had that power. He became very heavy. He can become heavy also because it's energy body. See, once this physical body is very much limited, people who think that we can enjoy so much in this body are fools. We cannot enjoy anything in this body. This body is very, very weak. We have, our ayu is very less, our strength is very less, and we have so many diseases. We can't control our mind, we can't control our senses, we can't control our involuntary functions. But that's not the case with astral body. You can control anything. In fact, if you read Yogi Atmakatha or in many of these Himalayan yogis things, especially Paramahamsa Yogananda ji's autobiography, the autobiography of a yogi, you will see that there were so many Babas who could control the environment surrounding them because of their yogic powers. Why? Because they had already attained Swaroopa Moksha or astral body. So because of that, they were actually able to control their environment. They can control energy. So this way, that was possible. Coming to the Garima we told that you can become as heavy as possible as per your yogata. Laghima is the ability to be light as a feather. So which Hanumanji exhibited all these characteristics in Ramayana. Prapti. The Prapti is the ability to attain anything that is desired. See, here also there are many people will say Muktatmas, I mean people who have attained moksha, they say that they won't be having any desires. No. See, basically coming to the desires, we can differentiate the desires into 2 types. One is Yogika Kamana and the second is Bhogika Kamana. So what Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavata Puran, what it advises is to reduce your Bhogika Kamana and increase your Yogika Kamana. See, Bhogika Kamana is something what we all have, like, oh, that I want to purchase that, oh, I want to go for Europe trip, or this type of desires which is detrimental to our spiritual interest sometimes, occasionally. So people will desire, oh, that I want to drink that these things. So that is something that can be an impediment to your spiritual progress. However, a yogic kamana is something that is related to your divinity, where that, oh, I want to see Lord Vishnu's astral form, oh, I want to see his Vishwaroop. So these type of desires are yogic kamana, which only yogis and the sattvics will have these things, and it is very specific to each soul, as we are very unique. So coming to, we say that so prakamya. So these persons who have attained moksha have the power of prakamya. It's not that they don't have desires; they have yogic desires. Let's say, like, I want to see Lord Vishnu, I want to see his seva, how Mahalakshmi will be worshipping him. So that way, that type of desires. So, and that will be immediately delivered. Lord will immediately fulfill those desires. So that power is known as prakamya. Okay. So, and the other ones are ishitva. The ishitva is the ability to control others. So this is something where in many of the stories of Himalayan yogis can talk to you by contacting your mind. They can control your mind. They can control your thoughts. So that way, that is the power of ishitva, where you can control others, their actions, their desires, their thoughts. You can manipulate them. Normally, people who have attained moksha, they won't be doing any evil things. So they won't do. Okay. So these powers will come only when we are released from the evil and we don't have any evil tendencies. So that is what the moksha, or what you call nirvana. Okay. So, and vashitva. So vashitva, as previously stated, it is the ability to control one's mind and senses. Okay. So in many of the yogis and rishis who are staying in Himalayas, their gurus will be mentoring each and every thought. Whenever they are sitting and doing a penance, our gurus will be monitoring each and every thought. So if we get any thought, if the guru's grace is there, any bad thought while meditating, if it comes, the guru can manipulate it and remove it off from our mind. So those powers are there. So why, Bhagavad Gita advises us to read Bhagavad Gita in the abled guidance of a guru. Because Guru is someone who can remove off all our inefficiencies, our ajnan and all these things. He is the one who can remove. So that's the power of a Guru. That's why we call Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, and Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So this way, that is the level and the status we give to our Gurus. Okay. So coming to the Nava Nidhis. Okay. So it is said that Lord Hanuman had possessed these Navanidhis, and a jiva can possess based upon his ability maybe some of these nidhis, which are Akasha Ganga, so the celestial river Ganges. So see, our constellation is called, our galaxy is called Milky Way or Akasha Ganga, because Ganga is our galaxy itself is called Akasha Ganga. And NASA people have found out so many things which are very much in good terms with the Sanatana Dharma and Vedas. So this is something that River Ganges, who happens to be she's like daughter to Hanuman. Ganga is actually the wife of Varun Dev, and since Hanumanji or Bhavi Brahmadev, or we call Mukhya Prana, so he is the one who maintains the creation of these universes. Okay, so that way he possesses these things. And Kaustubhamani, this is a gem that emits radiant light. Okay, Kalpa Vriksha. So this is something, a wishing tree that grants any desire. See, if you can, Hanumanji can give you, can fulfill all of your wishes. And a person who happens to be a liberated soul or a muktatma, based upon his Swaroopa Yogata, he can also fulfill certain desires of certain humans. And Surabhi, So this is actually a divine cow. Surabhi is the mother of Nandini. This cow is believed to, fulfill all of the yields, all of the desires and anything. And Chandra, so the moon god. So Lord Hanuman could control Chandra, and he could order Lord Chandra to act as per his interests. And Surya, the sun god, Lord Hanuman could order sun god also. So this may not be possible to other Jivatmas. Okay. So Ratna Shankha, a conch shell made of precious stones. So this Lord Hanuman had the possession of that. And Padma Ratna, it is a lotus shaped gem. So this was possessed by Lord Hanuman. Parijata, a celestial flower that grants immortality. So this was actually possessed by Lord Hanumanji. So these Siddhis and wealth had given so many things because Lord Hanuman was already a liberated soul. So the speciality of Lord Hanuman is, since he is the maintainer of this creation, as per the guidance of Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahmadev, he created this chain of universes, or what we call as Brahmanda, and Lord Hanuman is responsible for maintenance of this creation or the cosmos, and Lord Shiva is responsible for the destruction of this cosmos. So this way, and these were the abilities possessed by Hanuman, and based upon your Swaroopa Yogata, you may possess some of these things also. So that is why that is why we advise every one of you to work hard on your spiritual path, attain moksha, and be happy forever. This life is full of suffering. No matter how much ever you may think that there will be some sort of a happiness or excitement, but these are all temporary and nothing lasts. When we ourselves won't last for long, then how come these desires and things last forever? They won't last at all. So to really attain that eternal bliss, please meditate, follow your gurus, read Bhagavad Gita every day, perform your spiritual rituals on a regular basis, and attain nirvana. Hope this inspires you. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us. Tell us what you feel about this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon.